Hi y'all, welcome to another reading vlog. If you are new, my name is Mariana. Welcome, I'm glad you're here. This is going to be my themed reading vlog for the month of February, and as you just probably could tell, that theme is the Olympics. I love the Olympics. Figure skating is my favorite, which is why if you saw the title of this vlog, you'll know figure skating books are what I'm going to be reading in this video. So I've kind of been compiling a list. I'm hoping to get to 3. I know I'm for sure going to get to 2, but I'm hoping I can get to 3 figure skating themed books. I want to go ahead and run through them. So the first one, the one that I am currently reading on my Kindle that I am at 58% finished with, is From Lukov with Love by Mariana Zapata. I'm loving this book. I think it's going to be 5 stars. I started reading it yesterday and just could not put it down. I was up till like 2 in the morning reading it. So going to finish that one today. I already know that's going to be finished today. I love it. It's amazing. The next one that I'm going to be reading is another story about a pair skating team, but it's a nonfiction story, and it is My Sergey, a love story by Ekaterina Gordieva, which is about her partnership with Sergei. Sergey passed away very unexpectedly a year after they won the gold medal at the 1994 Olympics, and this details her life, their partnership, and some other things like that. I'm very excited to read this one. This is nonfiction, so it's probably going to read a tiny bit slower, but I'm hoping that I can get through this in a decent amount of days, because I would also like to read Being Sloane Jacobs by Lauren Morrill. This one doesn't have the greatest reviews, but it's been on my TBR since the book was released, so I want to go ahead and give it a read regardless and hope that I can find at least a little bit of enjoyment in it. But yeah, those are the 3 books that I'm going to be reading in this vlog, and I'm excited. Hopefully you are too. Now, I know the Olympics is kind of like a controversial thing, but I personally love watching the athletes, rooting for the athletes, seeing athletes from countries that you maybe don't hear a lot about, and ones that are in the Olympics for the first time. So in this Winter Olympics, Haiti and Saudi Arabia have entered their first Winter Olympians, and it's that kind of thing that makes it kind of exciting. Jamaica has a bobsled team again. So yeah, just stuff like that makes it really fun for me to watch, but figure skating is by far my favorite Winter Olympic sport. So that's why we have figure skating books in this vlog. But anyway, yeah, hopefully you will enjoy. I will take you along probably over the next week or so as I try to get through those 3 books. As I said, the one that I'm currently reading will be done today, and I will give you fuller thoughts after that, but I already love it and I'm only halfway through, so there you go. I thought I might also go ahead and just recap my February reading up to this point, since I didn't vlog any of this. I don't think. Did I vlog any of this? I don't think so. So I have been tracking my reading in this reading journal by Clockwork Reader. I am really loving this. It has, I've talked about this before, sorry y'all, but it has a page like this where you can fill it out, answer questions about the book and things like that. So when it comes time for me to do my recap, I can remember a little bit better what it was about each book that I enjoyed. So I did fill this out for all of my January reads. I do need to go through and add the first 2 books that I finished in February. The first one that I finished was a graphic novel, Tiny Dancer, by Sienna, Cheerson, Siegel, and Mark Siegel. This one was okay. Didn't love it. The artwork is really nice, but the story was just kind of your basic ballet coming of age story, honestly. So it didn't really add anything new, but it was a nice way to spend like an hour or so. So this was the first book that I finished in February, and the second one that I finished was Real Easy by Rukowski. So those are the 2 books that I've read so far in the month. It is currently February 6th. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get going with this Olympics themed vlog. I'm very excited, and I'm going to go park myself in front of the TV and watch some Olympics while I'm reading. So here we go. Hi y'all, long time no talk. It is Saturday, February 12th, 4:29 p.m. I was running a bunch of errands today, and then I changed out the sand in my fur baby's cage because he'd had that sand about a month and it was looking a little nasty. So I gave him some fresh stuff, just freshened a couple things up in his cage. He was walking around checking things out, but he's now decided that everything's cool and he's back sleeping. So let's very quickly do a little reading update. So the last time I got on here, I told you I was reading from Lukov with Love by Mariana Zapata. I finished that Sunday, absolutely loved it. Gave it 5 stars. It's my kind of romance. So it is enemies to friends to lovers. The main character is a very strong, stubborn female, and she is a figure skater, and she is offered the chance to team up with this guy who is a world champion pairs skater, but they don't get along. So she teams up with him, but there's some drama and things while they figure each other out, and it slowly becomes friends and then more. And there's a lot of figure skating in it, so like a lot of technical figure skating terms. She does explain them throughout the book, but there is a lot of figure skating. Jasmine's whole persona is initially built around her skating, as is Ivan's. So yeah, but there were parts of it that made me tear up, especially when Jasmine was talking about kind of some of the things her father said to her, made her feel. Her learning disability, which to me sounds like she probably has dyslexia, but she has some kind of reading disability, so that kind of tugged at my teacher heart a bit. But yeah, I really loved this book, would highly recommend it, and I definitely want to read more from Mariana Zapata. I put a couple more books on my Goodreads TBR because it was perfect. It was exactly what I wanted out of a romance. So that is one book done. I also started reading my Sergey by Ekaterina Gordieva. I only read this one night, and I got to page 61. So I've read just this little chunk right here, and then I didn't touch it at all during the week. Not because I wasn't enjoying it, just because I didn't feel like reading. So I am going to set myself probably an hour reading sprint to see how much further on this I can get. I would like to get at least halfway through. There are some pages with pictures that don't count towards the page count. So yeah, I would like to get to 50% today and then finish this up tomorrow. I also ideally would like to read Being Sloane Jacobs as well, just to kind of cross that off my TBR. It's been on my Goodreads want to read shelf probably since 2014, so would love to cross that off. However, I do have a giant stack of books here that are also part of my February TBR. So I've got a lot to read and not very many days left to do it, but we will do the best we can. Now, while I was out running errands, I did go to Target. I had a gift card that I wanted to go ahead and spend, so I picked up a new pair of jeans. They had some headbands on clearance, so I got this one right here. It's like a velour. And then they had this one, which I just think is very cute. And then they had this one right here. And I love headbands just to kind of dress up ponytails and things like that when you don't feel like doing anything with your hair, like I didn't feel like doing today. So picked those 3 things up. I also picked up this little backpack purse type thing. This is from A New Day. This was not on sale, but I'd been wanting one of these for a while, so went ahead and picked this one up. I like that it's black. It seems a little bit water resistant, so should be nice. And then I also got this fleece, quarter zip pullover thing. It's from the Knox Rose brand, and it is very, very soft. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with fleece because I get too hot, but this one is super soft and I couldn't really pass it up. So that was my little Target haul. I also picked up a couple pairs of leggings And I also picked up like a couple long sleeved tops because I want to try to start doing some walking around my neighborhood now that it's not getting dark as as early. So I'm gonna probably hold off until like I can actually get home and walk around the block without it getting dark. But I want to start doing some walking because I need to trim myself up a little bit. I signed up for this thing. I think it's called the Conquerors Challenge, where you can like walk famous paths. And so I signed up for one of them. I'll like put the info on the screen because I can't remember like fully what it's called, and I will link it down below. But a friend of mine signed up, so I signed up as well with her little code, and I got like a little discount. But I'm excited to kind of do that. You can earn medals for completing your walks, and I think that sounds like a nicely motivating thing. Now, one other thing that I picked up earlier in the week, I popped by Michael's and I found these cute little star stickers, which I'm going to use for my book bingo board after I finish the current one that I'm working on. So yeah, what else? I started listening to the audio of Parkland by Dave Cullen. I am on chapter 9, which is page 123. I am enjoying this. I like that he focuses a lot on the survivors and what they're trying to accomplish rather than focusing on the actual school shooting. So that's much different than what Columbine was about. But yeah, liking this one as well. This is one of the 22 books that I wanted to read in 2022. So trying to cross that one off as well. What else? That's about it. That's about it. Yesterday I took the day off work. I took a mental health day, y'all, and it was lovely. I did no reading. I watched some YouTube videos, I watched Olympics coverage, and it was so nice to just chill and not worry about school for the day. So yes, it was great. But now it's time to read because I need to finish this weekend, because next week I think I'm going to kind of blow through this one. This one's so short and the font is like nicely sized, so it's not going to take very long. So I want to read this one next week, and possibly one of these two as well. So if you have a recommendation of which one you think I should start with, hit me up. But this is my pick for the Buzzwordathon reading challenge, and then this was an actual Wheel of TBR pick, so gotta read both of those. But yeah, enough talking. It's been 8 minutes that I've been rambling. So let's do some reading and get that crossed off the to-do list for today. So here we go. Hello y'all, happy Sunday. It is 6 o'clock and I finished my Sergey probably like an hour or so ago. Apologies if I still look a little red around the eyes. I knew that this book would make me cry, but y'all, it hit the second to last chapter, no, third to last chapter, which is entitled, if you can see, Goodbye, and like I pretty much cried the whole remainder of the book. Yeah, I knew that I was going to, wasn't a shock. I cried just with the introduction, the prologue, which she was writing like in present time at that point. So she was talking about her feelings about losing him, and the last like 3 chapters are just brutal to get through. But This book was not just focused on their relationship. Now, a lot of it obviously did talk about their skating partnership even before they fell in love. They started skating together when Katya was 11, but it really focused on kind of life in the Soviet Union in the 80s, before the breakup of the Soviet Union. She provided some very thoughtful commentary on kind of the expectations of the athletes, the way they were raised, the training that they had to go through. And I especially liked her commentary on what it was that led her and Sergey to decide to turn professional, even though they could have continued to compete at like World Championships, Europeans, and Olympics had they not. They were really weighing kind of the choice of becoming professional and what all went into that. She talked a lot about the difficulties with the language barrier because she spoke very little English and Sergey spoke no English at all, and just kind of navigating those realities when you are a figure skater from a non-English speaking country coming to the US, which is what they did when they joined Stars on Ice and things like that. So that part was all very, very interesting. Interspersed a couple of, like throughout the whole book, you have pictures, black and white pictures, but then you also had colored photos of them. You know, so that, and these are all like from Katya's like personal collection, basically. This was a phenomenal book. So comparing this to the other book that I read earlier in this vlog, which was From Lukov with Love, that one is detailing a fictional pair skating team. This one obviously focused on a real life pair skating team that you wish could have had the ending of the fictional pair skating team. So I'm not going to talk anymore about it because I will literally start crying again. I was like crying just writing my review on Goodreads. But yeah, this one's done. It was very, very good. The writing's not like amazing, but you could tell that she put her heart and soul into telling her and Sergey's story. So I did give it 5 stars. The emotional punch that I was expecting definitely was felt in this, and I would recommend it if you are at all curious about them and their life. And even though this was written shortly after he passed away, I believe in 96, 1996, don't let that deter you. She's remarried. She's been married twice, and but in interviews when she talks about him, you can tell that she's not over it and she still loves him. So yeah, definitely check this one out if you're curious. Now, what's next? I am going to start reading Being Sloane Jacobs as soon as it wakes up. There we go. So I am going to work on reading this one. I am hopeful that I can get through this one in a couple of days because I would like to put this up on Thursday. So I need to get this finished. So I am going to work on a bit of this one tonight. I am also going to work on a bit of Persuasion by Jane Austen tonight. Not very much. I highly doubt that I'm going to get very much read. Like maybe, oh, this one has quite a bunch of stuff at the front before the story actually starts. I'm not going to read that, I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, we will see how I get on with this one. And I'm going to be listening to this one on audio starting this week. So I did put Parkland temporarily on hold. This is not a book on my February TBR, so if I don't get it done this month, it's not a big deal. This one is. So I want to go ahead and get this one started and listen to and see how I get on with it. But yeah, otherwise, that's about all I've got to chat with you about. So we'll see. We'll see. I will probably get on before I go to bed and talk about being Sloane Jacobs. I'm hoping that I will like this one decently well. It doesn't have very good ratings, and a lot of people who have read it were kind of unimpressed. So we'll see. We'll see what I think. And now I'm going to head back out and watch some more Olympics. I am not watching the Super Bowl. I am one of those bitter St. Louis fans that can't stand the Rams. More like I can't stand the Rams owner. So I hope that the Rams lose. I am going to tune in for the halftime show though, because that is the music of like my teen and college years, y'all. Yeah, so I shall be back to talk later and hopefully have some kind of update on these. So let's go do it. All right, hello y'all. It is, let's see what time it is. It's late. It's 11:02. I stayed up to watch the ice dancing. So I'm heading to bed. I got 25% of, oops, being Sloane Jacobs read. You can see that right there. So this book follows two girls who have the same exact name. One is a figure skater and one is a hockey player. And they meet in Montreal where they're both supposed to be attending like these camps, and they decide to switch places. So I just got to the part where they've swapped places. So that's a quarter of the way through the book. It's fine so far. Not really anything spectacular, not anything terrible. So I am hoping that I can crank this one out in the next couple of days. Maybe tomorrow. It does read fairly quickly, but we'll have to see. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking I can finish it by Tuesday. And then I also read the first 30 pages of Persuasion by Jane Austen. I am on chapter 5. And that is page 31. So I'm going to start listening to this one on audio tomorrow. And sorry, my baby is like running around in his cage. So I'm going to start listening to this one on audio tomorrow with the goal to have it done by the end of this week, because I also have the audiobook of The Magnolia Palace, which is on my February TBR. And I also would ideally like to finish this one as well for February, but we'll see. But yeah, so pretty successful day of reading. Now it is time to go to bed because I have work tomorrow. I do only have 3.5 days with students this week. We have a half day on Thursday, then the students are off Friday, but we have PD. And then I have a 3-day weekend because we're off for President's Day. So I'm hoping I can get quite a bit of reading done over that 3-day weekend. So we'll see, because I've still got quite a few books to read for my February TBR. And we're into the 3rd week of the month, so I'm running out of time. Anyway, let's go ahead and sign it off here for today. I finished one book. I've read a quarter of another and 30 pages of another. So pretty good day. We'll see if I can carry that through and get being Sloane Jacobs done in a timely fashion so I can get this vlog up on Thursday. We will see. I will talk to you later. Hello y'all, happy Wednesday. It is like 8:11. I'm getting ready to head out to work. I want to go ahead and close out this vlog. I did not finish reading Being Sloane Jacobs yet. I'm at like 32%. I planned on reading it last night when I got home from work, but I had a really terrible headache, so obviously did not feel like reading. I did read a tiny bit while I was laying in bed before I fell asleep. So like I said, I'm at like 32%. It's fine. It's not great. It's not terrible. Nothing of significance has truly happened as of yet, except for the girls like swapping places. So yeah, I will let you know in my next vlog kind of my overall thoughts on it if you are curious. But before I sign off, I did want to talk about some book mail that I picked up. So I am planning on rereading some previous 5 stars and favorite books, one of which is this one right here. This is Ordinary Magic by Caitlin Rubino Bradway. This came out quite a long time ago. It is a middle grade book, and when I read it, I adored it. So I'm curious to see how I still feel about it. It was released in 2012, so this is one that I purchased for a upcoming vlog. I also got my February Book of the Month book. I went ahead and chose A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. This is like a fantasy built on like Scottish mythology or something like that. So that's the one that I decided to go along with. And then I also did an add-on, which is I Must Betray You by Ruta Sepetys. I read Between Shades of Grey last year and absolutely loved it. So I definitely want to read the rest of her books, and this one was an add-on for not a lot of money when it retails for $18.99. So couldn't pass that up, picked that up as well. I also had a gift card to Target, so I picked up a couple of books, and the ones that I got from Target were In 5 Years by Rebecca Searle. I read, I'm looking at the shelf, I think it, oh, When You Were Mine. I'll put the cover right here, which is a YA book. I read it like really long time ago. That's another one that I would love to reread for that favorites vlog. But I saw this one, and since I liked that book so much, I went ahead and picked this one up as well. And the last one that I picked up from Target with that gift card was The Witch's Heart by, I can't see her name because the sticker is over the cover, Genevieve Gornichek. So it looks like this. A friend of mine read this one, really enjoyed it, and we have very similar taste, so I went ahead and picked this one up as well. So that is my little tiny, well, not tiny, I guess 5 books is not tiny, but that's my little book haul. So I'll hold them up for you right here. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and sign this off. I hope you enjoyed this vlog where I read figure skating related books in honor of the Olympics. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already and would like to see more from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.